Jay Cutler, without question. He's got some history with Case. Look, Jay Cutler has one of the best arms, with Adam Gase. Jay Cutler has one of the best arms in the NFL. And, yes, he's got some personality issues, but he's still got a really live arm, a short-term basis, splitting time with Matt Moore or whatever is a much better fit than taking on the newsworthiness, the baggage of Colin Kaepernick. Not all cities in the NFL are the same. Miami's an event town more than a sports town. They got a beach, and they have options. When Tannehill gets hurt, it feels like season over. You bring in Matt Moore, Kaepernick, season's still over. You bring in Cutler, it feels like that's a starter. That's 210 career touchdown passes. To my base, fans matter, Cutler feels bigger to me. And I think this isn't Green Bay, where they're selling out the stadium regardless. This isn't Buffalo without much to do. This is Miami. And I think Cutler feels like the fan base would go, all right, we got a starting quarterback. Remember, Jay's 34. If Jay walks into the room tomorrow, he's got one of the 5 best arms in the league. He's 34 years old. He's not Romo. I mean, I would take Romo over everybody because I feel like he feels big. But Cutler's 34 years old.
You know, whether Adam Gase and Cutler had this relationship, it always comes back to the locker room. It always comes back to the player's perspective. And so Matt Moore puts them in a comfort zone place. They know what they get. They know exactly what they get. This is the same guy that played in the playoff game last year with them. He's tough. He's smart with the football. They have enough weapons to put him in positions to do that. Do you want to go through this whole phase with Cutler, bringing him out of the booth and integrating him into your system and now saying, does your personality fit with the Dolphins? That's what the wild card is here. I don't think it's about necessarily if whoever it is. I think it's who fits. Who fits personality-wise when they walk into the locker room when the team says, that's who we riding with.
Doesn't Matt Moore feel like, though, you're going to be 6-10?
Well, you know, short-term Matt Moore.
Yeah.
Because he has familiarity with the offense. He's been in it. He's played games. He knows the coach knows him. The locker room knows him. Long-term is Cap. Why are we even mentioning Jay Cutler? Cap is a guy that we're saying he needs to tell everyone he wants to play. Jay has already said he doesn't want to play. So why do I think I want to bring him into a locker room when he already said, I don't want to play football, okay? So we're sitting here discussing, is Jay Cutler a better option? So short-term, I say Matt Moore because he understands the offense. He knows what's going on. Long-term, I say Cap because Matt Moore has also shown that he is a backup. Cap, when he had his chance to start, he hasn't maxed out not as high as Cap. Cap's a better player. Cap may actually max out higher than Tannehill if he was in the offense.
He actually maxes out better than both of them.
That's what I'm saying. He's a better long-term option for the Dolphins right now. But you start with Matt Moore. But why even mention Jay Cutler, who says he doesn't want to play football?
Jay Cutler says he doesn't want to play football. Cap shows me I'm not sure he wants to play football. He hasn't talked in a year.
But so he hasn't talked in a year, but everyone that he's talked with that has something to do with football, they haven't come out of the meeting saying he doesn't want to play.
If Cutler had been given an opportunity to start somewhere in the league, I don't think he would have retired.
And he hasn't been given an opportunity
to play. Well, he might in Miami get a chance to play and come out of retirement.
Would he get a chance to be the backup?
Already talked to him.
He'd be the backup because that's going to be...
Cutler only went to TV when he didn't get a starting offer.
Right.
Because he sat in the pool for a couple weeks. Couldn't I make an argument that this is just like he held out for a week?
But I'm still not supposed to trust him when he says he doesn't want to play? But I'm supposed to assume that Cap doesn't want to play.
Look, every time I see Cutler on the field, he looks like he doesn't want to play. I've been on the record with that. His body language and all that other stuff.
Wait, this is the other thing, too. At what point, I'm hearing what you're saying, Jay Cutler, I like Jay, okay? But at what point has Jay been the guy that's going to sell tickets? That's what he said. It's like the fan base all of a sudden is going to rally around and say, we got a shot.
No, Jay could win more. With Adam Gase, Jay put up a Pro Bowl year.
With Adam, and you know what? And that Lightning, that he had his best year. Best year. So the Lightning in a bottle. You expect, that was his career year. You expect it to happen again?
Well, the guys are working together again.
Eric, you're a cornerback. You would have some fear of Jay Cutler's arm over Cap, Matt Moore,
No, you know what? What I know that is Jay Cutler at some point is going to throw one in my chest. I've seen him do it too many times. I know that. That's what Jay Cutler does. He turns the ball over. When did he not?
He plays the position where you're going to turn the ball over.
Well, you just asked me I'd be afraid of him. No, I'd be ready to pad my
Like
stats. Yeah, he'd send me back to the Pro Bowl.